Hey everyone, this is Mars. I have been tagged by the great Dr. VonChilla to pick 5 favorite covers. So I just did a quick search and I grabbed 5 that have meant a lot to me. Of course, there's any number. We could do this all night, but I just stopped at 5 because those are the rules. So 5 covers that I love. So the first one, this is Our Army at War, number 270. And this one was in a house ad when I very first started buying comics back around 73 or 74. And it just spoke to me, the drama in this cover. It's a marvelous Joe Kubert cover. Any of this Joe Kubert Sergeant Rock covers. I could pick any number of them. I love them. There's always some danger looking in the foreground or the background, usually unbeknownst to the subject, but this issue of Our Army at War was the first cover I think that I can remember as a kid just saying I had to read this issue. I had to know what was going on, what was going to happen. So there's one. This issue here, this is Twisted Tales number 3. This came out, I think, about 1983. I was 15, and I can remember having my mother drop me off at the movie theater, and I was going to see Something Wicked This Way Comes, the Disney movie, Ray Bradbury movie. And there was a bookstore there, and I had been out of comics for a couple years. I can remember being younger buying comic books at this particular bookstore, so I went over there and wandered, and lo and behold, this book just jumped off the rack at me. And before I knew it, I was back into collecting comics, and I haven't really looked back since. Richard Corbin's cover to Twisted Tales number 3. I've always been a huge Corbin fan, back from his days in Creepy and Eerie. I love his work, and I've always just loved this cover. It's Twisted Tales number 3. This is a book I've been on the hunt for, and I found just recently out in the wild when I went to vacation in Phoenix to visit a friend, and I hit a couple comic shops, and I've since seen this cover in a book a few years ago. I've always wanted this book, The Gorilla Witch. I love it. This is Silver Age DC right here, a gorilla witch with an eye patch. I love this cover. This is everything that Silver Age DC means to me. So this is Strange Adventures number 1. See that? 185, 186. And I've only had this about a month. But I've been looking for this cover and I finally found it. So that would be number 3. Another one of my favorite artists growing up was Jim Aparo. And one of my favorite characters has always been the Phantom Stranger. The mix of superhero and horror just got me right in the feels. And I've always loved this moody cover, Phantom Stranger number 22 by the great Jim Aparo. Aparo was really underrated, I think. He's one of the great craftsmen. And finally, I had to pick a Kurt Swan cover because I love Kurt Swan. My favorite comic books of all time are the Silver Age family, the Mort Weisinger family of Superman books. I love these corny books. And this issue of Superboy in particular, I love this cover. I don't know if you can read the word balloons here, but Superboy is getting a haircut. And he's lost his powers. He had to give up his powers. But he said it's all worth it just to have his parents back. To have mom and dad back. He'd give up his superpowers. That just gets me. I just love Kurt Swan's kind of Norman Rockwell-ish covers, Superman covers from the 60s. This is why I love Superman. I love these domestic situations that Swan, it's like Norman Rockwell with capes. I love seeing Superman and Supergirl and all the characters and these domestic situations, and this touching little scene between father and son always spoke to me. So that's Superboy number 74. So anyway, that's 5. So I'll stop there. I was going to tag Mike from the Comic Crypt at Castle Hills, but he's already been tagged. So I don't know if Alex, the Comic Hoarder, if you haven't been tagged, consider yourself tagged. I'd like to see your 5 favorites. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.